Hi, welcome to the Magic of Compassion. I'm Little Woo, and this week's question is, how do you do the thing that most scares you? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking of all the ways I can fail at this rather than how I can succeed. And I know this person was asking about a career question. The first thing that we can think about is the fact that, of course, how do you do the thing that most scares you? That question isn't relating to something that you actually really want to do, not the other kinds of scary things that we don't want to do. So for example, I don't want to be in the middle of a pit full of cockroaches, and that scares me, but that's something that I don't want to do, so I don't need to overcome that fear right now in my life. Maybe later one day if I want to be a National Geographic photographer or work for the Planet series. But you're doing something that you really want to do. So that's the first thing that I would focus on, is that you activate the idea that this is something that you're choosing to do, that you are wanting to do, and to get into the spirit of being in the wanting of it rather than about the scaring part, the scary part. And then the other part is to realize that this thing that you want really matters to you. So it's more than just a desire, more than just something that you want for a kind of a passing reason. It's something that really matters to you, that's meaningful to you. And so things that matter and are meaningful will help us develop the courage to go do that thing. So remembering that it's what you want, remembering that it matters to you and that it's meaningful, and then taking that to the next level is to recognize what is the higher purpose of this thing that I want to do, this thing that I know in my heart matters to me. So going beyond just the feeling that it matters, going into an actual understanding of why does it matter to you. So what is the higher purpose? Why would you go out and take these risks? So if it's something that's scaring you, it must involve some kind of risk. And when you mention the fear of failure, then if you look beyond the failure and go, what is the higher purpose? What is the benefit of me doing this? That might lead you to some answers that would move your mind and your body away from the fear and more towards the destination that is really meaningful and that has a higher purpose. Because a lot of things that scare us are about the self-protection, about wanting to survive, and things that threaten that survival. For example, rejection, failure, those are the things that make us afraid. If something is feeling threatening to us, it's threatening to our survival on some level. And survival is not just, do I have enough food or do I have enough air? It's also about, do I have enough people who care about me? Do enough people love me? So that there's also the survival of feeling like you might be rejected from your tribe if you try this thing and do not succeed. So when you think about what is the higher purpose of what I'm doing, who are the people that I want to serve? Because I know this is a career question. By moving forward in your career in this frightening way, in this thing that's going to go beyond your comfort zone, who are you here to serve? Who do you love that you want to help, that you know you will be helping? Because for me, that's been very helpful, to focus on who I want to help rather than it being about me. Because sometimes we turn this into, well, who am I to do this? Or what are my qualifications? I don't have enough experience. I don't know enough people. I don't have all the skills. We start making it about our inadequacy rather than about why we want to do this thing. And the fact that we can answer all those inadequacy questions by saying, well, if I really don't have enough skills, I'll acquire them. If I don't have enough experience, I'll acquire that by doing. If I don't know enough people, I can get to know more people. Those are questions that can be answered. There's ways for you to be able to create solutions around those things. But if you don't focus on the higher purpose and you focus only on those, then they start to pile up on each other and create these false beliefs about yourself of inadequacy, rather than the reason why you're doing it in the first place, which is in your heart. There's this beautiful vision of how you want to serve, how you want to contribute in the world, and the things that you would like to create, because you are an awesome creator, and that's why you want to create this new career or this new pathway or this new step in your career. And so if you think about how can I serve the people that I love? And by doing this, how can I serve even just one more of those kindred spirits? When you think about what you care about, it takes you out of the fear. It takes you beyond it. It doesn't mean that you're not still afraid and that you still have some questions that you can answer over time. It just means that you have something bigger than yourself that is guiding you forward. And that is always how we can transcend the momentary fears and go towards the bigger picture. So what is it that I love? Who is it that I care about? Who do I want to help? And how do I want to help them? And if I don't have everything I need yet, how can I begin? So it's not about having everything you need. It's about how can you begin? Because we can always be in preparation mode for a long, long time. We can be acquiring more education, acquiring more skills, acquiring more experience, thinking that we're never ready. And so we have to basically say, you know what, I'm ready to do something now. What can I start with? And when I start with this thing, I know I'm going to get better at it, and I'm going to learn more, and I'm going to meet more people. I'm going to get the life force moving, because a lot of this is about life force. When we overthink things, we get trapped. And I've been through that just recently, where I went through a period where I was overthinking because I was studying something and reading and learning. And when we get into that mode, it's a very fun mode, but then the next thing that could happen is that we overthink, we overanalyze, we complicate it. We make it more than what it actually needs to be, and then we get overwhelmed. So stop the overanalysis, stop the overwhelm by saying, what is the tiniest step that I can take today, that will lead me to help the people that I want to help, that will lead me to create the beauty that I'm here to create the vision that I'm seeing in my head. What is the smallest step that I can take that will help me move towards that today? So think about the big vision, bring it back down to what you can do today. If it's a phone call, make the phone call. If it's a meeting that you can set it up, send that email. If it is just to clear your mind, get out of your head, go for the walk. Every little step shows the universe that you're serious, that you are creating this, even if it's through just a baby step. And so don't get overwhelmed with overanalysis and overcomplication and creating energy around the fear, but do something to create energy around the creation, around the people you love, around the vision, the baby step that you can take today. And so I'm always thinking in baby steps. What is the smallest thing I can do? And I'm starting to get better at taking it down a notch. I know a lot of us are being amped up, being told, think big. Well, I think it's great. Think big and then break it down into baby steps. Have that big vision, because they do come to just get downloaded into you, and you see, whoa, this is amazing what I want to do. Break it down. What's the smallest thing? And so think small after you think big, and take small actions, and those will be the real things that will move you past fear, because fear is a monster that is building up in your head. And when you get out there, you realize that the world is a very colorful, amazing, abundant place, and that there's a lot of kind people who are interested in what you want to do, who want to support you, who want to be there for you. Yes, people are busy, but they will make time, they will pay attention as you continue to take baby steps and show the world that you're committed to your life path, that you are committed, that you're here, that you're not going to disappear, and that this is meaningful, that this is something you love. When you love and you show the world what you care about, other people who care about the same thing show up, either to be part of your project, to learn from you, to support you, or to cheer you on. So I'm cheering you on, and I know that there's lots more people who will fall in love with you and want to be part of your world. And I'm sending you lots of love from the Mermaid Pirate Lagoon today, and I'll see you soon. Mwah! Thank you so much for joining me. If you're curious about my one-on-one sessions, workshops, or online classes, visit littlewoo.org. Lots of love.